Good afternoon, Wojak ETH community. Today is January 7th, 2026. Uh, a dreary and wet, rainy day, similar to the sentiment of crypto market in general. It seems like we just can't get any break, a couple of days of green candles and then followed by, just these just red candles again. Seems like we just can't get over this $95,000 sell wall for Bitcoin. And every time we approach it, we get rejected. It's frustrating, sometimes. But I guess it's part of the deal, Eventually, the market has to flush out the gamblers, the people who are highly leveraged, you know, the degens. And, from that point on, the market will have a healthy base for a generational rally. And, before we mentioned many times, don't use leverage, do not use leverage. If you use leverage, you're just gambling, you know. And I personally am totally for the coordinated effort to liquidate these degens, I know that the culture in crypto sometimes is contrary to mainstream values. In mainstream, when you call someone degen, it's derogatory. It's not a euphemism. But it seems like some of the people in crypto, they take this as a badge of honor to be degen. I hope, that we as a community at Wojak, we don't adopt this mentality. You have, I've seen videos of these people, these gamblers, young people, just mindlessly clicking buttons on stake.com, losing thousands, sometimes tens of thousands of dollars, each session. It's not, it's just from a third person view. This is just extreme degenerate. It's not a good thing. If you have any cash, any money, just buy the dip of Wojak. Like today, today I picked up some more tokens, and I'm actually hoping that if Bitcoin maybe crashes down to like $60,000, that's when Wojak is gonna hit probably $5 million market cap, and I'll probably load up on just 1% of the supply. If it happens, great. If it doesn't happen, I think I've accumulated enough, for the bull market. But that's what you do, to defend against market-wide manipulations is buy and hodl. Of course, we have to fend off against these vamp attacks. A tweet that I saw from one of the scammer accounts that I blocked on X, I think was retweeted by Christoph, saying that bullish DJ, another scammer, Solana, for Solana token bullish, he's launching a new vamp token, Wojak, and supposedly he acquired the IP of Wojak. I don't know how reliable the guy is who mentioned this, but to me it's a non-issue. Like we said many times, the value of Wojak token is not in the IP, it's not in the Twitter handle, it's not in the price, not in the trading volume, but in the community. And that's why I'm heavily invested in our tokens, because we do have the most real, authentic, genuine community out there. Not only among all these Wojak tokens, but in crypto in general. Just look at our price action. It's it doesn't. It goes up steadily. It doesn't fluctuate. all the retails, all the weekends, the DJs, they've already sold. The people remain. We're the believers. We're the true um, strong hands, diamond hands. That's the solid foundation for Wojak. And when Bitcoin crosses that 120K or 130K, I have no doubt in my mind that we're going to fly. Simply because the supply is limited. Even more so than Bitcoin. Bitcoin, they still produces mines 450 Bitcoins a day, right? Or is it 4,500? I'm not sure. Uh, Probably close to 450 a day. So the supply is still increasing, albeit it's diminished compared to 2 years ago. But Wojak, all the supply is already out. And the liquidity pool is locked for 74 years until 2100. So once the market realize, that the intrinsic value inside this meme, that's when you see the price is going to explode. And the question I asked yesterday, why are these scammers, creating these VAMP tokens instead of investing in the real one? I guess I'm going to just answer the question myself here. Is because these scammers, that's how they got their money, by scamming. It's kind of like cheaters, They cheat because it has worked for them, for their lives, throughout their lives. Scammers, they scam because it has been working. The scams have been working for them, for their lives. Liars, they lie because lying has benefited them all throughout their lives. So these people, they don't know any better. They don't know that they never tried being honest, having integrity, having largesse, having generosity. They never tried that because they grew up in a environment of scams and lying and cheating and backstabbing, of evil. So, but when our token is going to cross that one penny threshold, it's going to cross the $100 million, $1 billion market cap. That's when these scammers, these opportunists, they gonna having the FOMO, and finally that's when they're gonna buy into us, not because they believe in us, but because of their greed. And that's when we're gonna really increase our capital on these scammers. So I know that before that happens, right now the price action just sucks. Today I was not feeling really positive, just especially compared to a couple of days ago when we were going up higher and higher. But it's just part of the market fluctuation. You just have to deal with it. There are red days where we feel dejected and down, and equally on the flip side, there will be green days where we'll feel exhilarated and euphoric. So just want to encourage everyone out there, the community. Shout out to Christoph, to Francois, Cherry, VR, Chris Luth, to Billionaire, to Angelina, Ash, to Reverend Cloud, to all the community, to Trench Trader, to Lyricus, to other team members. Let's just support one another, especially on red days. Just like and comment and retweet each other's posts. We really need to huddle up and give each other warmth, during these market turmoils. So That's all I have for today. Thank you for listening. I will see everyone tomorrow.